All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk turkey. We're looking at the two different engines that fit our Rus truck. This is the truck that you start with in Slaverian Trucker. And I will show you how to put the engine in and out. That's going to be part of this video. Kind of keeping it short, but if you know anything about me, I'm kind of long-winded. I apologize right now. So I have got, this is the engine that we start with. It is the Rus 310 V8. It's 150 horsepower. I don't know what NM is, aside from maybe torque, nanometers of torque or something. Who knows? But it's rated at 306 NM. I don't know what that is. Some of you out there that are motorheads probably understand it, but it's a 6-liter V8 engine. This engine is terrible when you first start because it's at 70%. So you're only getting about 110 to 115 horsepower, somewhere around there. I will say when you fix the engine up using your repair kit, which is this guy here. Anyway, when you get this thing all fixed up, it's not horrible. I've pulled this load all the way from Lupova to Eastport many times using this engine at 100%. And it works. It does. It can do it. You do have to shift down pretty low. The issues that I have with the engine, one, for whatever reason, even when you change the gear ratio, and I'll show you how to do that also, it's just got a really short gear range, and the problem is that it tends to top out right at about 42 kilometers an hour, which is about 25 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, somewhere around there. That's really slow. And so what happens is if you start rolling down a hill and the RPMs are going up and up and up, and you start to overheat the engine, you got to put the truck into neutral to roll down the hills. And then it gets even worse because the motor often stalls when you're going downhill. So like if you don't keep tapping the gas like it's a kind of keep alive every couple seconds, the engine will just shut off. So then when you start going back uphill and you need power, you'll shift it into gear and the truck will just stop because the motor's off, and it'll work as an engine brake and bring you to a very quick halt. So that's my biggest complaint with this engine, just is that really short gear range with the really crappy top speed. And like I said, even if you adjust out your gear ratio, it doesn't help that much, because doing that, when you start to make it so that your higher top speed, you lose torque and you lose acceleration. So what happens with this engine is that when you get to the point where you can go maybe 60 kilometers and the engine's comfortable at about 6,000 RPM, 60 kilometers per hour, right? The engine will not have enough power to get up hills. Like, you're going to really struggle. You're going to have to be shifting way down the gearbox to get up hills. And you have to do that anyway with this engine, but it's a frustrating experience. So moving on over here, we have the Jerkin 5.8 liter. It's a little bit smaller, and I know from a motorhead standpoint, if you're a car fanatic, you may or may not understand this. This has only got 120 horsepower. That seems like, well, how can this 120 have better power than the 150? But you got to look there, that 356 NM, I don't know what that stands for. But I'm thinking, once again, it equates to torque. This engine actually has more torque than the 150 horsepower engine. This is truly a truck engine. It is designed to run a truck. And so right away, with the gear ratio set at 6, which is the default, it hits a speed of 60 kilometers per hour comfortably in 4th gear. And that's about as fast as you want to go in this truck. If you go any faster with this truck, you're going to start weaving back and forth, and you're going to probably lose control. This truck is really designed to be an off-road / farm road type truck. It was never meant to go more than 50 or 60 kilometers, like 35, 40 miles an hour. So this engine, I know that sounds funny, but even if you look back at American trucks, old Mack trucks were geared to like 40 miles an hour. The original Mack tractor trailers and stuff like that. So they really aren't meant to go super fast. They're just meant to pull a heavy load. So this engine is unique because you can either buy it, and that's going to cost you a lot of money. It's 475,000 Slaverian dollars. It can be purchased in Lupova. I believe there's also one on the other side. We'll go look at the map real quick here. And this is going to be hard to describe because the maps are terrible. But at least on this one I can point. So let's hop up on the bed. And here's where we are right now. We are at our home in Gurinsk, okay? And Lipova is down here, all right? And there's a shop in Lipova that has an engine. I believe the other engine, the other 120 horsepower engine is in Sterlikin, but it might be in Novocherkuta. That's this one here. But for sure, I'm pretty positive it's in Sterlikin. I haven't even been up to this part of the map yet, so eventually I'll get there. I know there's a truck body you can buy here for another truck. I haven't gotten that far yet in the game. But anyway, that gives you an idea of where the two motors are available for purchase for this diesel engine. However, there is one hidden on the map. At the end of this video, I'm going to spoil it for you, and I'm going to show you where it is. But I'm not going to do that without warning. I'm going to say goodbye to all of you first, and then I'm going to show you how to find the engine, because I know there's some of you that would rather find it on your own, but there's some of us that, other people just, hey, where's that engine? I want to get it right now. So I'll show you how to get this for free, because 500,000 Slaverian dollars is a lot of work to get. So if you want this motor for free, it's out there, but you have to find it. And here's the other thing. It's not really free. It's got two issues. One, when you find it, it's only at 17%. It's not really even usable. It's going to be completely damaged. So you got to bring it back here. Believe it or not, you can actually put this in your backpack. There it is, number 6, engine. Or you can just stick it in the back of your truck and take it back with you. But when you find it, start off with the gas engine, do some jobs, and get some money saved up. But you can bring this back here. And it takes about 4 of these, the big repair box, to get this truck fixed to 100%. And once again, we'll look at the map. I found, and it's hard to, toolkits are only available at certain places. So if you go to Kolovi, they have the truck, actually, I'm going to fix that. Lipova. The truck dealer has a repair kit. It's a medium repair kit for $17,000. I believe in Kolovi, there's a grocery store that has it for $22,000. You can buy it there. So either place you can get the repair kit that has 5 repairs, and the medium one might only have 3. I don't know. I have to look at them again, but you need about 4 repairs to do this. And for those of you that haven't done it before, I'll show you real quick. To repair an item, you simply go over to the repair box and press F. That'll open the repair box up, and if you look at the repair box, it's full of tool parts and stuff like that. So it's like a goodie box. And you come over with the ratchet. You point at the item you want to fix, and you press the F key, and that'll do whatever repair it's going to do. It might take it to 50%. It might take it to 25%, but you got to keep pressing that. You can do it up to 5 times with that box. To get this to 100%. So you keep doing it till it says 100%. And I believe, once again, at 17% it was 4 clicks. And then you come back here and you put that away and the repair box is all done. So that's how you fix the engine. Now, we're going to talk about how did I get this in, how did I get this out. So I'm going to get that set up and I'll show you in just a second here. Oh, and I almost forgot one more thing. I do this all the time. When you get this engine, it's going to be empty. You got the oil. The oil is right here. It's got 5.8 liters in it right now. When you pick it up, it's got nothing in it. So you'll also have to go to any of the shops and buy 6 liters of motor oil. So you need 3 canisters of motor oil to fill this up. So get the toolkit, get the 3 canisters, get this engine, fix it up, put it in the truck, and then fill it up with oil, and you'll be ready to go. However, they don't lose their oil, thankfully, when you take them out of the truck. You can see this engine still has 5.3 liters in there. So I'm going to show you how to get this in and out and the steps to do that. Here we go. So the first thing you're going to do is hop up on your truck with the old engine. Actually, the first thing you're going to do is go into your garage, or if you've taken it with you, and I've got several, I bought one by mistake, toolboxes. You're going to look at your toolbox and you're going to press F, and you're going to see a wrench in your right hand. That's the repair wrench. Jump up on the bumper or wherever you stay. Sometimes you fall off the bumper. And you're going to look at the engine where it says, so you have the label on there. Press F. And there's the engine dropping. And now you can left mouse it and pick it up. You have to see the label, though. There you go. And the engine's out, and that's it. It's that easy to take the motor out. It's not like My Summer Car. That part's a little bit easier than My Summer Car. And you can see, once again, the motor oil is still in it. Also, if you want to just adjust the engine to the different gear ratios, and once again, I'm not a pro at this, you can do left and right mouse to increase and decrease the numbers. I'm not an expert. I believe the lower this number, the taller the gears maybe, or the longer the gear? The longer the gear. So you'll have like a higher top speed. If this number is like here, you're going to have a higher top speed than if your number is here. Okay, this is going to be a torquier truck, but with less top speed. And then if you press the middle mouse button, the roller, it goes to the default. So the default for this engine is 645, and then you can adjust it accordingly. But you have to look at the back side of the motor here, like right there. So I'm going to set that to default, and we're going to set this engine aside because we don't want to use it anymore. Now, the default for the diesel engine is 6. But you can adjust it either way. Once again, I believe the lower the number, the faster the truck will go, but the less torque you're going to have. So I'm happy with it at the default. This engine has been great. So then you pick up your engine to install the new one. Once it's been repaired, don't put the oil in until you get it in. I mean, you could, but in real life you wouldn't fill it until you put it in. Drop that bad boy in there. It's perfect. And look at it once again once you get settled, and I keep falling off the dang bumper. And press the F button. Oh, and look, the engine is installed. You're ready to go. You are now a diesel. You ask, what happens to the gas? Well, the gas that's in the tank remains in the tank. So we had it becomes diesel. It's really weird how it does that, but we have 127 liters of diesel, and the engine's closed in there. And so now I'm going to take you on a little bit of a road test so you can see how the engine performs, and then we'll make our final statement here at the garage. And so I'll see you in just a sec. All right, so here's the diesel test segment. And like I said, you guys have already experienced the V8 because you have it. And so I just wanted to show this portion here. And you can see here I'm going 60 miles an hour, and I'm nearing 6,000 RPM, which is about the peak of the engine. We're headed north from Lupova with a full load, and we're going to drive this truck up the side of that mountain up there, just so you guys can see its ability to do it with the 120 horsepower engine. Once again, I'm running the i6 diesel engine, and that's what I wanted to show you with a full, and I mean a full load of bricks. We've got 8 pallets of bricks on the back of this truck, probably more than we should. So I just want to see that the truck is capable of doing it. You will have to downshift, and that's just part of this game. I know people have been complaining about, oh, I want to just run up the hill. You can't. You got to downshift. There's nothing wrong with the truck. It's not underpowered. This is what these trucks had. It's a farm truck. It was meant to go on dirt roads slowly. They really were geared for slow speeds. And so, but even with that said, this engine is much better geared towards climbing than the 8-cylinder. So right now we're in second gear, and you can see we are going up a pretty steep grade, and we're losing a bit of momentum, but we're holding out around 4,000 RPM. And if we have to get into first gear, it's not a big deal. You can see the climb right here. And she's pulling away, and that's great. And once we get to about 7,000 RPM, I'm going to switch it. And so we're just kind of, that you can see there, it's kind of peaked. But and once again, back to second gear. We got into third gear for a second, but we did have to pop down. You see now, we're going to definitely have to stay in second here. But once again, with that V8, we'd be in first gear a lot here. Now, we probably will have to shift to first. Once I get down to about 3,000 RPM, I'm going to bump it to... There we go, back into first. And we're going to... I'm not going to over-rev it. I'm just going to hold at about 5,500 RPM there. So we get up over this crest. And I'll put it down into second. And we can even get third right here. And we're going to have to slow down here with the brakes because that's a steep corner. But you can see here with this huge load and my oversized tires that I put on, back into second. We were in third for a couple minutes there. We're making it. This truck is not having any problems getting up this hill. Once again, this is a mountain road. You would not expect the truck to get up here quickly. Down to first. This engine sounds a lot smoother than the V8 too. The V8 just struggles on these hills. So we pretty much pound for pound the same at least performance. Higher top speeds, better mileage. We're just, all in all, it's a better engine. No, I didn't get, I'm trying to, let's make sure that's all on there still. Yep, our bricks are still on. And so good, we're almost home, and then we're going to continue on to, well, I'm going to continue on to Eastport to sell all these bricks, and it's a $136,000 trip, so definitely worthwhile. Back down into first for this last crest where this hill gets really steep. I'm pretty confident that you probably could get over the mountain with this truck, that crazy mountain road that's on the map, over by J6 where you get your first job. There's that mountain road, and I tried to get up with the gas engine and I just wasn't able to do it. But the gas engine was also pretty damaged when I tried it. So, I don't know. I mean, I think now with this engine, I'd be able to make it up there in first gear. But it'd be something to try. Definitely not sure I'm willing to, because if you don't, well, I guess I could just go up there and not save the game. But there you go. So there's the test of the diesel engine and showing you the amount of power that we have to get up that hill. And it has the oomph to get there. So that's what I want to show you. Once again, here we are, almost 70 kilometers an hour, and we're still within the motor's range, and that's much easier to use than the gas motor where you have to put it neutral and then the engine stalls. So, all right, guys, that was it for the test. All right, so that's all I can think of. It's really that simple. Just putting it in and off you go. And you can see there how well it did. It was absolutely fine even with this giant load of bricks. It's not like a ton better than this engine, I will say that. But there are slight noticeable differences. Like I don't have to shift as often. On less steep grades, the truck just wants to keep going. I don't have to keep like shifting down. There are places, obviously, where the road is steep enough that you do have to still shift down. But it doesn't feel like it's gasping anymore. It feels like it's just pulling. And you have to shift down and go a little bit slower, but it's absolutely fine and happy doing what it's doing. Now, for those of you who are wondering where I got those cool back wheels, well, that's a whole other story. They're hidden out in, I'll tell you what, everywhere around here has hidden stuff. You got to look around, and you'll find buildings that also have doors. I got all kinds of doors. I've got suspension for other trucks that I've found. And in fact, at the place where this motor is, there's a pretty big cache of stuff. Looks like it was maybe a car depot place that went out of business. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful to you. If you want to see the spoilers, stick around for a minute, and I will show you where the location of the engine is hidden. But in the meantime, for those of you that didn't want the spoiler, this is your time to back out. So see you next time, guys, and thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe. For those of you that are ready for the spoiler, here we go. All right, so I'm going to show you on the map first, and then I'll take you for a ride showing you the location of said troublemaker. All right, so the engine, once again, you can purchase them for almost half a million Slaverian dollars in Sterklin and Lipova, or Sterliken. If you exit out of Lipova, heading on the secret road towards, it's not really a secret road, towards Tarasov oil field. You'll see here, they come right next to this big mountain right here, okay? And if you stand here and look back, you can probably see Lipova, but I don't think you can. Right up here, if you drive along the side of this mountain, and you'll know, and you'll see in the video how close you come. The road goes right along the base of the mountain. Turn right and follow it into the valley back here. And right in this valley, right in this area back here, is where there's a little house. And in that house is the engine, a bunch of doors, suspension for the Zachmet, and some other items that you can grab. But our motor is located there. So that's where that diesel is, and it's free. Definitely, I would recommend doing it that way. So here's the video of me traveling to it, so you can just see what it looks like visually. All right, so we are on our Lipova run, and I am about to leave the factory. And this is how you get to the secret location, the secret hidden location. Now, the diesel engine is right at the shop that was across the street from our factory here in Lipova. So Lipova's right there. There's the factory. There's the town behind us. And you can see there's the hotel and then the shop with the car out front. That's the shop with the engine that we're running right now. And once again, that engine runs $479,000. So what I'm about to show you will save you literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. That shop behind us also has the medium tool kit that will fix the engine all the way up, and it's $17,000. So for about $17,000, you're going to get this diesel engine that we're running right now. And so I think that's a pretty good deal. I talked about it before, but once again, this is such a better engine than the one that comes with the game originally. So drive along this road, heading out of town away from the factory, and I'll come back with you once we get closer to the location of the hidden gems. All right, so when you see this, and this is the only place along this road here before you get to the Oasis lumber mill that's like this, you're going to turn to the right. And basically, I got a load of bricks here, so I'm not going to go, but there's a ruined house back in this valley back here, and you're going to find a whole bunch of really cool stuff, including this engine. Now, once again, when you find the engine, it'll be at 17%, so you're going to have to fix it up, but you'll find that and some other parts. So once again, we're heading down now. The next thing that we're going to see is the Oasis. Actually, I guess that is the oil field, Tarasov oil field. So you can see there on the map, if you look down the bottom right, we came up from Lipova. We're on that road to the right, going in between all those mountains. And to the right, you're going to see Tarasov. To the left, you're going to see Oasis. And right now, I don't think we can see Lipova from here. But Lipova's literally just around that mountain. So once again, once you pass that mountain and look that way, you can see the ruin from here, actually, I think. Yeah, that's the ruined house right there, that square back there. And Lipova's just on the other side of that. So just come around that bend and head up there. Straight up ahead, you can see the road to the that oil field. So that's going to be the road there. So now you know exactly where you are on the map. Hopefully that helps you. For once again, those of you guys that want to cheat and follow that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.